Hello everyone, and I just want to point out that after this video I'm going to have a short studio chat. I'll see you on the other side.
Cooper? Who's Cooper?
This guy, I told you to video on 60 Tower Trios.
Whoa! Hi, Cooper. I'm sorry that we haven't met earlier, huh? Okay.
Gentle.
Now he's in.
Jarbidge.
Yeah?
Next
Down
up,
this road, but we're not going to take this road all the way.
we're going to try the alternate route, huh?
Let's see if this bypass works better than the last one.
Okay,
See what happens.
it's not a bypass. It's a more
alternate
challenging
route.
It's a more challenging
Alternate route.
route that's part of the NVBDR. You take your pick, which one you want.
Yeah, not a
I believe
bypass.
It's more challenging. And
Yeah,
we're
because
not-
this road has been obviously recently maintained.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been maintained all the way to Jarbidge.
Yes, you can.
Okay, everybody's
Can you?
good on gas because we've only
Yeah,
come
just
from wherever,
hold that
and everybody's
one.
carrying extra gas,
Hold
so
this
it
one?
should be a
That's what you
non-issue.
wanna go to.
Yeah, gas should be
Correct,
a
Matthew?
non-issue.
Gas non-issue.
I've got 10 gallons, and there's supposedly gas in Jarbidge,
There you
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but there's always the possibility that they've
Distance
run out
zero.
for whatever reason.
Okay, I
You know,
got
you get in
10.
these small towns.
26 and a half.
Yeah,
Alright.
Jarbidge early would be nice. We'll see what's going on. Maybe we can have
then
lunch in
go
the saloon.
corporate.
Find a shirt in the saloon. Since Alex got a shirt in the last really cool spot and didn't tell anybody else they sold shirts.
Yeah.
Would have been cool.
Because it was such a huge place to get lost in.
Got Overland?
KMC Wheels
I got
and,
Columbia.
and the NVBDR. Awesome. All right.
Well, we got to call out Travis since he's not here. Element Outdoors.
Yeah, Travis,
You're Miss Travis.
you are.
You are too, Jack, by the
Yeah,
way. We've
absolutely.
already been speaking bad about both of you. Your ears were burning this morning. You know why now.
That's right. Yeah, it would have been fun to have the group. This campsite would have been a little tight,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we would have found something. It would have been fun to have everybody along, that's for sure.
Yeah, campsites would have been a little bit different if they'd been along.
Yeah.
That's very
Jarbidge
lot of
has to
kids.
Go right there.
Alrighty.
All right, cool.
Let's
We're
get 'em
ready.
going.
Load it up.
Let's do it. Night 4, day 5. We had a beautiful camp spot last night. I actually didn't take any pictures in camp. Mark did, so we'll have to see what.
Picture of the kids this morning.
Yeah, I took one picture of the tent. It's a small spot. It's actually really pretty. It's nice back here. We're headed out. We are only about 30 miles or so from Jarbidge, but we're going to take
couple
a
hours.
more difficult route that'll take a couple of hours. So it's 9:47 local, and we're ready to take off. How'd you guys do?
Good.
Good? You guys ready?
Yeah. Wait, one more thing. Cooper has to say something.
Okay, go ahead, Coop.
Hello, my name is
All right, everybody, we'll see you. Bye.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 5 of the Nevada Backcountry Discovery Route, the northern section.
Really pretty back here.
Yes, it is.
bit of a change. This road's pretty overgrown. I don't think anybody's been on this for a while.
That's why we only need four.
Hold on, guys.
So all of them will take turns. Let's wet this tunnel.
Stopping for dust. Rolling very slowly.
Really beautiful right here.
Like a little drop on the right hand side here.
Just past 16 degrees. Starting to get bouncier and a little loose.
I got 14 and 11 degrees roll. It gets really gnarly down here where I'm at.
Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. to Jarbidge, so we're not far to Jarbidge. We're hoping to have a bite of lunch there. We might even eat at the cafe if there is one.
Tabby's gonna grab a video of this sign as we go by.
Dust. Why don't we slow down, let this motorcycle pass? He's going a lot faster than us, I'm sure. He's passing.
I see him.
And this is just otherworldly.
This is beautiful. We are literally driving amongst these gorgeous wildflowers in the mountains. You can see. Beautiful, huh, guys?
I show 8,227 feet right there. 8,227.
I definitely think today has been the best day.
I agree.
Pretty good uphill climb here.
Look at this. Oh, miss.
We're having a snowball fight in June.
Artie.
Oh, I don't know how far back you are, Alex, but very rocky, my location.
Copy. I'm in visual of you periodically.
This is just incredible. Wow.
Yeah, this red dirt, these red rocks, really incredible.
What a change.
Mama, we seen red dot before.
Yeah.
Wow, we're running right along the river here. So beautiful. We have made it to Jarbidge. We are here, everybody. This is the end of the NVBDR.
Once we'd reached Jarbidge, we stopped at the Outdoor Inn Cafe and had dinner. There we met some of the locals and Todd, a waving motorcyclist we'd seen along the route. We visited the Jarbidge Community Center, where Bonnie pointed out that we were mispronouncing the town name. There's only one R. Jarbidge, not Jarbridge. It is the Shoshone word for devil. We then wandered around exploring the town. Sadly, Red Dog Saloon and the store were closed. The waitress at the cafe called for someone to open them, but that person must have been out fishing. So we headed in search of the campsite that she recommended. There's a site down here, right next to the creek, plenty of shade.
Following you guys.
Kind of rocky.
I think this will be perfect as long as you can find a comfortable spot.
I'll manage.
Is there a spot for me to park the trailer?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Absolutely beautiful campsite here in Jarbidge. Amazing spot right here on the river. Super cold. It's our tent. There's Alex's tent. There's Mark's tent. There's Mark's rig. So we're gonna have a really good view here of the river all night long. Of course, you see the kids are on the river where kids should be.
Perfect. That's the He-Man way to do that job.
That's right. Old-fashioned way with the jerry can in the hand.
We didn't really discuss yesterday either.
No.
Oh my gosh, yesterday's a blur.
Yesterday, I thought we were really efficient yesterday. We covered a lot.
Yeah, when we got up this
Oh,
morning,
yeah.
I think it was 142 miles or
Yeah,
something
I
we
think so.
we looked at. Yeah,
Yeah.
we covered a lot.
Yeah, and part of that was because there was a little bit, maybe 15, 20 miles of the actual NVBDR that we skipped because we kind of figured it was a lot of what we'd already seen.
Yeah,
And so we were hungry.
we were hungry,
And the kids were hungry.
and we were
Bottom
right
line.
there to Elko.
Yeah, we're right there to Elko. Just had to jump off the NVBDR.
Yeah,
But I thought other than that, yesterday was a good day.
yep.
Yeah.
It turned out that campsite was good.
Yeah,
I didn't have any real bug problems at that campsite at all.
And cows.
cows.
Cows came to pay a visit. It was fun to see them, say hi.
Did you get any pictures of the cows?
Yes, I did. Even a little bit of video of the cows.
Oh, great.
Oh, that'll be fun to see.
That'll be
So
fun to
I
see.
did-
We didn't see.
We
it.
were still asleep.
I did not get video of that one that come over and started licking my table. So I'm sitting there copying the photos this morning. Comes over and the table's moving. All of a sudden I look and this one's just licking the corner of the table.
Oh my gosh.
I got up, looked out the window, and the sunrise was absolutely spectacular. The whole sky was red. It even
was
turned that
beautiful.
little lake reservoir thing red.
Yeah.
So I climbed down. I was like, I'm gonna go take a picture of this. And I was in my underwear, and I saw Mark was already out there, set up, taking pictures. I was
Of
like,
course, Mark's out there.
I was
That's how
like,
these videos come together.
Mark's
out there
got this
busting
hand
his
up.
ass.
I could go back to bed. I don't need to go out there in my underwear. I'm good.
I did not expect to make Jarbidge. I really did not.
Oh really?
Yeah, you were.
I actually didn't think we would either.
Oh.
It
yeah,
was
Very
yeah,
ambitious.
And here we are a couple days early. I think a lot of that was, compared to the first half, which was
Oh
a
man.
lot more off-road than
Agree.
this half.
Agreed. This half was a lot more of the maintained roads or gravel roads. We made a lot of time. And even the off-road stuff, there wasn't anything technical, I felt. The only tricky part was Alex's revenge. The first alternate route.
Alex's Revenge up to Overland Pass.
That's what I'm going to call that one.
But I think today was the most gorgeous in scenery of the entire
It blew me away.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been really enjoying the scenery in Nevada,
Yeah.
but it's been desert scenery, and all of a sudden we had this stuff that was not
Like
quite
it-
Colorado,
Yeah.
but darn, you sure did not expect it in Nevada.
No,
Nah.
absolutely not.
Looked like
It's
Swiss Alps.
just like something you'd see on a countryside in
Magazine.
another country.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was magnificent.
Yeah, I honestly think today the last bit of trail into Jarbidge is one of the most beautiful trails I've ever done.
The flowers,
The flowers.
rocks, the green.
The views, the vistas, the valleys, the mountains.
Everything. Yeah. It was like a painting.
It looks unreal. In the pictures that we've looked back at, it doesn't look real. Pretty cool.
And then a little snow to play with.
Oh yeah,
Fun.
we had a snowball fight.
Because I needed several days to drive back to Oklahoma, I broke camp on day 6 at the crack of dawn. Matthew and Alex would leave a couple hours later. The canyons were mostly dark for me, but I could see their magnificence even if the light was poor for photography. As the hours passed during my trip out to Highway 93, there was much beauty and a couple surprises. I mentioned to Matthew later that I'd shot some stills, but wished I'd done some video recording. And he said he had. So that's what you'll see here. Matthew and Alex's trip from Jarbidge to Highway 93.
The side of town we haven't seen. So we can't get any directions because we don't have signal, but the built-in GPS in your vehicle is always connected to the satellite. So your satellite and the maps are downloaded so everything works. Fresh eggs right there in that little fridge.
That's so cool.
The light on the mountains right there is beautiful. We're still winding our way out of Jarbidge on North Fork Charleston Road.
Look, it looks like a cave up there in the rock.
Mark was sleeping on the ground, but getting my mattress and stable platform.
Yeah, amen, man.
Yeah.
I just can't go back now. Looks like a left turn in less than half a mile. A little bit of a left turn up here somewhere, and we'll see if we can hit some pavement and make a little better time.
And just to confirm that it's the correct layout.
We're double checking now.
Yeah, that's what we want to the
looks like we're
93.
headed right. Okay, we're making progress.
Now, are we gonna have to hit this unpaved road for the 50 miles?
Yeah, if it's 51 miles of unpaved road, man. Hi, Chihuahua. It's my I Spy. Nice pavement.
Woo woo!
What's pavement?
We're safe. We're safe. It's just a little unnerving. It's not often you do a sharp turn like that.
I don't even have my camera.
Only out in rural Idaho here are we getting cows on the paved road. Look at him just hanging out eating.
Hold on.
Dude.
Hold on 1 second, Mom. We're coming to something way cool. This is so cool. Is this a dam?
Yes, I got
This
this
is a
on video.
dam, you guys.
Oh,
We're gonna
wow.
go over it. Hold on 1 second, Mom.
Wow.
Hold on. Are you there, Mom?
Yes. Wait, we're trying to wait for you to come.
Oh, you can't. You're not
Ken,
there.
can you get a
Wow, we're
picture
on
backwards
the
towards my
dam.
Jeep?
Do you guys see this? We're on the dam, Denver and Henley.
Oh, wait. There. Hi.
Hi, hold on.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
Pause there real quick, Alex. Just pause.
Wow, that is amazing.
Huh.
What river is that?
Hold on. We're actually in Idaho.
Oh, not far from us.
Yeah, no joke. I don't know. 3 east. I don't
Carry
even
on.
know, Mom.
I know this isn't the Hoover Dam, but man, this thing's awesome.
Hold on.
Is this a dam?
What is that?
It's a
The
herd of
sheepdogs
cows.
are doing their work up here, and so are
couple
the
of
cattle
guys on-
ranchers. This is
A
awesome.
couple of guys on. Hold on.
Oh, hi.
Look at the sheepdogs. See the sheepdogs?
I don't see
Those are sheepdogs. They're herding the cows. Oh my.
Oh, my goodness, that's hilarious.
what are sheepdogs?
Video that.
Look,
We are.
we are.
Poor guys. They're trying to get them off the road just for us. Wave to her, please.
Just so you guys can pass.
Just so we can pass.
That's amazing.
Wow. Wow.
Adrian, traffic jam, had a picture.
That
That
is
was too
something.
cool. And look at this. Here's
There's
another
another
girl.
one over here.
She's young too. Out here just doing her family business.
clapped their hands. One person clapped.
Have
their
your
hands. Okay, you know what that's for.
yeah.
Okay, you
Started the take,
well,
so you know where we're starting, so you can match up the audio.
so I can match up the audio.
Yeah.
When y'all three did it, I got 3 claps. I
Yeah.
don't know which one was who.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. If it wasn't obvious from watching that series of videos that we had a really good time and enjoyed the heck out of it, and especially day 5, well, let me just reinforce. This was a great trip. Nevada was just full of surprises. And of course, this was the second half. We had done the first half last year, starting in Oatman, Arizona, and winding up at Tonopah. Anyway, I had a few things that I wanted to discuss with you, so let me get to it. First off, I want to tell you about a reference to Travis and Jack in there. This trip originally had 5 rigs and family members involved, and that included Travis. He was going to be driving his power wagon, which I really look forward to seeing that out there on these trails, although I've seen it before. And he was going to have a nephew with him. And 2 days before the start of the trip, he ran into a family medical emergency and had to deal with that. Jack was on his way out to join us, had been traveling for a couple of days with his family, including his 2 twin toddlers, as well as a slightly older boy, Hendrix, and his wife, Callie. And 2 hours out from Tonopah, he was struggling with a turbocharger error code. And so we quickly did some research and phone calls and so on. And the bottom line was that he's driving a JL Wrangler with a diesel motor, and none of us felt comfortable taking that out with this turbocharger error code into the places that we would be traveling. So 2 hours out from Tonopah, he and his family turned around and headed back to their home in Washington. So that's what the references to them were about in the video. And speaking of Jack, a couple of things. I met Jack first on the WABDR, the Washington Backcountry Discovery Route, quite a few years ago. And back then he had no kids. He did have his wife Callie though. And there's a part of the WABDR, at least it was pretty rugged back then, a narrow closed trail called the Jungle. And when we drove that, Jack was in his JK Wrangler, and he had a soft top on it, and he was remarking about how neat the brush running on the soft top had this very unique sound. All the rest of us were hearing it on our hard tops. And he was delighted with it. He said, man, it just went so well with my Pink Floyd music I was playing. And that's kind of like, wait, you're playing music while you're, I said, you can't do that. I had loaned him a GoPro to record that. I says, you can't do that. I can't use that audio because then I'll run into problems with copyright. I says, I don't use music where somebody's going to come in and claim my video as their property, because I spent many hours working on these videos. I'll be darned if I'm going to let them say, well, you used 15 seconds on my song, therefore I own everything this is going to earn. So if you watch that WABDR video, the Jungle right there, all the audio that you hear on his is actually audio that came off of minor arrays as we were driving through, and we just substituted it. I just dubbed it in there. So I thought before the trip, I need to do something to pay Jack back. I've been on several trips with Jack since then, of course, but I hadn't really, kind of paid him back for that. And so I thought what I'll do is I'll have everybody select a song that they can use. We're doing this because of the experience with Jack, but they can select a song that I'm allowed to use on YouTube from the YouTube audio library, and I'll just stick those on whenever. I'll have a sequence where everybody's just running together, and I switch from one video to another, and I put their music on for that few seconds that their video is running. So that's what that was all about. The music you saw when you saw Alex's Gladiator was a song that Alex had picked, and the music that you saw when with Matthew was a song that he had picked, and I had picked my song. There was nothing about not having Jack with us. Of course, it was Hattie's birthday, and coincidentally during the Wobder, it was Jack's birthday, and we learned about it during the trip. So here we are stopping in all these small towns trying to find birthday candles and birthday cake, and we're not having any success at all. So we ended up doing it with a moon pie. We took a moon pie, and Ray had a bunch of the big long matches like you'd use to light a fireplace with, and we lit them, and that's what we used for Jack's birthday cake.
Yeah, I got 2 and 2 together there.
Hello, birthday boy.
Happy birthday
to you.
Well, we were in the same bind because Jack wasn't with us. We had made arrangements beforehand for Jack to pick up some things to bring along, and that way Matthew wouldn't have to reveal to Hattie what was going on. And we could surprise her with something like a birthday cake. It might be a cupcake or something with a candle in it. Well, we had left Tonopah and it dawned on us, and so I pulled Matthew aside and I said, hey, I says, wasn't Jack supposed to get something for Hattie's birthday? And Matthew's like, oh, that's right. We ended up with a marshmallow. We might have been able to find a moon pie again. That would have been kind of funny. But I don't think Matthew was the one that took care of getting the marshmallows, I guess. And or maybe they had the marshmallows already, I don't know. But that's how we ended up with a marshmallow. It's the thought that counts. I thought you'd appreciate that backstory. I am using a magnetic mic. That is a mod I have done to my Jeep. So every now and then after I end a radio conversation, you hear a tapping sound. That is because I'm connecting the magnetic mic. I love it. It's fantastic. I just hold the mic up there and it just snaps right into place, and then I can just reach up there and grab the mic and pull it down very easily. There's no hook, and especially no hook that falls off of the back of the microphone. Can't recommend it highly enough. I've done some battery work on the Wrangler. I've did a little bit of cleanup work on some of the terminal posts and things like that. It was getting a little bit ragged in there. So I come up with some nice parts from Blue Sea Marine. They have really high quality parts for doing work like that, and so I picked up a couple of things and have done some work in that regard. I posted a video inadvertently and made it public. That was not my intent. As I go along, I'm sharing a few of the clippings with Matthew and Alex, letting them know what I'm up to and what I'm finding, and some interesting backstories that they may not be aware of. And on one of the videos where we were at Overland Pass, there were these clicking bugs all around where my tent was set up at. You may remember I had set up off of the rocky surface where the RTT guys were able to set up just fine. So I was back off a ways, maybe about 100 yards, even that. And there were bushes around me that they didn't have. And these bushes were full of these clicking bugs. I don't know. I never saw one of the bugs. I just knew that they were in there. And I shot some video of them, and I'd look around and I couldn't see any bugs in there. But boy, that bush was just clicking up a storm. Anyway, as is usual for my videos, when you see those opening scenes, those were filmed right there on that site. Although I do dub material in, it'll be material that I gathered right there that day, almost always. And I was just surprised by the way that the bug sounds chimed in with the music track that I had selected for that particular sequence. And so when I shared it with Alex and Matthew, intending for only them to see it, I ended up sharing it public, so everybody had the URL, and it was just easier just to let it run for a couple of days and then remove it. So it's gone now. It's part of the video for that day, and so you've seen it if you've watched the earlier videos. And I guess that's about it. No, I have one other surprise thing. This just happened a couple days ago. My friend Travis, yes, the same Travis, he lives in Colorado, happened to be down here visiting some in-laws of his who live in the Oklahoma City area. And he brought my new bed rack for the Gladiator. And so I have that installed and need to do a little bit of work on it in order to be able to add some rotopacks to it, add some max tracks to it, put some lighting on it. It can also carry a spare tire. I'm not an RTT guy, I do a backpacking tent, so I don't ever intend to put an RTT on there. And it has a place to hold my table, that white table you may have seen me use in some of my videos. So that's going to be great to go on the next trip with that. And I do intend to go on the next trip with it. I won't tell you any details about it. The reason for that is because sometimes my trips don't happen for various reasons, and I don't want to disappoint anybody by saying, guess what? I didn't really go on that. I just said I was going to. So anyway, that's all I have. Get on out there, explore your world.